Hi Crafty friend, it's Justine. Today I'm stitching this beautiful Bumblebee. I'm so excited because I've done a few pieces here off camera just to kind of see how it will look, and I just can't wait to see the finished result on this one. I think it's going to be so beautiful. So I have the two main wings done, and I have not done the body yet, and I have an extra wing. And the reason why I did that early was because I wanted to only show one of the wings on camera just so it wouldn't be too repetitive to you. And then I added this one that I have finished for the top part of the bee body, and then I will be doing these three pieces on camera here today. Each one shows a little different technique, so I thought that it would be neat to have them all here for you today. But I am going to be putting out this month some stitching 101 videos, so if you're interested, make sure you subscribe and check out those coming soon. It will answer all of the questions that you might have about stitching, so if you have any stitching questions, let me know in the comments of this video and be on the lookout for that video. But I'm just going to go ahead and start stitching with the first circle stitch, and I'm going to refer to this as a circle stitch because you are stitching going around and going in a center hole. So that is basically the only technique for this that's important. It doesn't matter if you were to skip across and go, maybe to this one next, but I like to kind of go in order. Sometimes if I'm feeling kind of reckless, I guess I'll just go wherever, but for circle stitches, it does not matter the order or where you start or end. It just matters that you go up the outside and down the inside. So then I'll move to the second hole, which I'm doing the same thing, so I'm going to get that same look on these two areas over here. So to do that, to move to the second one, I just pick any outside hole to go through, and I just start the process all over again. Just going down the center and up the outside. When I saw this stitching die, I got so excited because I love the springy look of this Bumblebee. It's huge, and well, it's not too big, but it fits on this A2 size very nicely, and I think 2 would be really cool on a slimline or on a A6 card, which is a 5x7. So those are just some ideas that I'm kind of playing around with for later for another project, but for now I thought that I would do an A2 and show you how it fits on there, because A2 is a lot of what most of my subscribers are watching for. Now you might notice the little sentiment that I have here and then the wax seal. The sentiment stamp is from the stamp and die of the month, which is bee themed as well. So I stamped that out, and then I used BB Cameron's little die set that she put out. It's S1 127, so that I will have that linked in the description, but it's a die set, and I now have that living on my desk because the shape is perfect. This shape, and then there's one that's kind of like a hexagon shape, and I stamped the sentiment on and die cut those. Stamped the sentiment a few times and then die cut out a couple of them, so now I have them ready. This wax seal I have all ready to go. It's yellow, and it is the wax seal of the month, and it says made with love. So if I don't use it on this card, I will use it on another. So I haven't decided which one of these I'm going to use yet, but we'll see. Alright, let's go to the wing, because that's probably going to be the most complicated area for this project. So I have my string all ready to go. It's 3 strands, and I just will thread my needle and we can go ahead and start. If you look closely on the other wings that I've already done, I definitely missed a few areas, but I am okay with that. I see card making as kind of my art, and if I want to just let it be imperfect, I'm totally fine with that. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. So if you're looking at it and going, where'd you make the mistake? Here, 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 and here. So it's fine, but I don't know, I think it looks good anyway, so I'm just gonna go with it. On this video, I would like to remind you that you have permission to play with your own craft supplies. It does not have to be perfect. You don't have to use the stuff as it was intended for. You can just make up your own designs and do whatever you want. So I'm just telling you that. Okay, so I have my wing cut out. Now I'm going to hold it so you can see with the light. I'm going to even get my tweezers so I can get my fingers out of the way. But can you see the lines that are on the wing already on there from the die? Maybe right there is a good angle. So when I'm stitching, I'm just going to follow those lines. So you might not be able to see them perfectly when I am stitching, but you can see those lines are on there. I used a good quality cardstock from Spellbinders, so it's nice and thick, and that die was able to press in those little stitched guidelines for me. And it really takes all the guessing out of it. But clearly it's not foolproof because I missed a few areas, but that is my own fault, I guess. Okay, so let's start in with my wing. When I was doing the other ones, I did start at the tip. A lot of the tip will be covered anyway with the bee body, but you know, that's okay. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave a nice long tail. Because there isn't tight little areas for my tail to hide, I probably will end up just kind of tucking it in or back stitching on this one. So here I go. I'm going to follow the line. So I'm going to go from top to bottom, and I'm kind of back stitching on this. So I went down that one, back to my center hole, going to the next one, back to my center hole, getting a knot. Of course, I stitched all 3 of these. No knots, but now that I'm filming, I get a knot. Anyway, not too much to complain about there. Okay. That's what I get for complaining. Alright, 3rd time is the charm. I've tried to record this section 3 times with technical difficulties. Anywho, let's just go ahead and start the wing. So I have my tail here, and I'm just going to go ahead and follow the lines on this stitched die, and I'm going to go back and forth and just make my way going across the wing. And then I'm just following every little line that's on the stitching area. So hopefully I don't miss any little sections like I did on my other 3, but again, this is just a fun thing that I'm doing, and it's not going to be a stressful moment for me, so I am not going to worry about the pieces that I missed. Alright, and I'm not a perfectionist, so if you haven't guessed that by now, now you know. Okay, level 2 is done. I'm going to go ahead and flip this around and work on the rest of the wing. Again, just following the lines. And this die looks kind of complicated, but if you know that those lines are there, you can just go ahead and use those lines, and it will be kind of a help for you. Every time I do stitching videos, I always hit my camera when I'm filming. So, sorry about the shaking. Now for here, there is a faint line. Here there's a little faint line going from that stitch to that one. So I'm just going to assume that that's what we're doing and just keep going. Oh, that was the one that I missed on the last wing. Huh. Okay, well, there we have it. It's all finished. I'm going to go ahead and hide my tail by just doing a couple back stitches. and then trimming it off with my stork scissors. And there we go, there's the wing. Okay, let's get to the body. For the body, I'm going to use black thread and just follow the lines. There's a circle stitch on here. There's actually two of them, one that's bigger and one that's kind of smaller for the various stripes of the bee. For the bee, the antennae could have gotten glued on there, but I haven't gotten that far yet. For the bee, I'm just going to go ahead and start with my circle stitch. Even though it's in the middle of the project, I just thought that this would be an easy area to hide my tail. Okay, how cute is that little stinger there? Just so tiny. Do bumblebees have stingers? I don't know. I don't know how well this will pick up on camera either because I'm stitching black on black, but let's see. Yeah, it is pretty hard to see. I'm not sure how to really remedy that besides just showing you an up-close picture at the end, but we'll see. Okay, my circle stitch is done. Now for this part, I call this the fan stitch. So we're going in that center hole and up through these outside ones. So I'm going to go up from the outside one, in through the center, up through the outside, in through the center, up through the outside, in through the center, and up through the outside, in through the center, like that. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side. Then I will just move my thread up to the next area. So just moving it like this. Now it's up there. And doing that same little, I lost my needle there. Okay, I'm leaving this in so you can maybe relate to me with any issues that you might have. So what happened there was my needle got de-threaded. So I'm just going to smoothen out my thread again and re-thread my needle. I've noticed that happening with some of the needles that I've been trying out. I've been trying out a few different needles. I don't really prefer the embroidery needles, even though this is technically kind of embroidering. I don't like them. The eye is very small and the thread kind of gets out of there even though it is small. Then the actual needle is short. I don't really like a short needle either, so I'm always on the lookout for just the right needle for this, and the one that I really like to use is MIA. I hope I don't step on it one day, but anyway, it's longer and it has a bigger eye, so hopefully I can find that, but we'll see. Alright, back to that circle stitch again, and then I will just finish up the rest of the bee. I want to know in the comments, let me know in the comments if you've ever tried the self-threading needles. I find them to be so interesting. I notice a lot of times they will catch on my embroidery floss, so I don't use them too often, but I find that to be so interesting. It's kind of like a hook in the eye area. So let me know in the comments if you've tried that or not. Okay, last area that I'm stitching today is this little tiny fan area. I really don't think you can see much of this black stitching on camera, so I'm so sorry, but hopefully you're just bearing with me. Maybe I can try to lighten this part of the video up. Okay, all finished. I'm going to go ahead and back stitch this through, and we will be finished with the stitching. Now, if you're curious about the actual background that I have going on the card, the flowers and dies that I have there are all from this stitching set. So that came with this, which I think is so neat, that it's not just a stitching die that you get. You get these flowers and some options for some tops for them, as well as the stitched bee. So I think that is very neat. Now to put all of my little bee together, I will use my Barely Art liquid glue. I have it in this little bottle. I like using the little bottle, but I love using the Barely Art glue. Now, is this supposed to go on the back? No, it's going to go on the back of it. And I'm going to put it on a little wonky because I think that's kind of cute. So I'm going to kind of tip it like that. There we go. Gave it some character. And then this top part goes up by the head and the neck. I like to add glue, especially to the embroidered areas or the stitched areas, and then just kind of line it up with the black piece underneath. Just like that. Give it a kind of a smush, and it's all good. Then the next one, I'll do the outside areas and then a little bit on the stitching, and that should be good. Line it up with my die and press it. All right, now for my wings. Oh, that looks so cool. Oh, I love this. Okay, the wings I wanted to be pretty even. So I think that is the right placement that I'm thinking. Maybe a little more down. And then tilt it. Yes, like that. Okay, what I'm going to do is tape my pieces, and then I will glue the whole thing down. This craft tape I've used a couple times on different projects, so it's not super tacky as a brand new piece. This one will be a brand new piece, but I will get some of the stick off by rubbing it on my shirt. I have some exciting news in the new year, so I don't think I can really talk about it yet on my channel, but I am really excited for what's coming this year. I can't say much. Oh, that just kills me. But yeah, exciting stuff coming up. And only you who are watching this part of the video will know what that is. I know sometimes people skip through some of the chitter chatter, but some people like it. So the people that like it get to hear the info. All right. My B is going to go right about here. Yes, it's going to cover up some of those stamped bees that I have, but that's okay. It's no biggie. I just don't know what I want to do. I still don't know about sentiments or this. I don't really want it down here because it kind of looks like it's coming out the bee, and I don't like that. I think I'm going to go with that. So my B is going to go just a little lower. I don't love that though. What to do? Okay, I'm going to have my B go kind of like this, but at an angle. And then we're going to put the sentiment in the inside of the card. Crazy, I know. Just take my tape off and then press down on everything one more time. Right now, as we speak, my husband is painting the living room, and next will be the craft room. So I'm so excited to get back in there. Maybe by the time this video goes up, I'll be back in there. I don't know. We'll see. All right, is there any spots that need more glue? I think that should be all good. Okay, so let's put the sentiment. I just hate that the sentiment has to go on the inside. Does it need to go on the inside? Decisions. You know what we'll do? We're going to use both of these. I'm going to put the stamped sentiment on the inside of the card, and then the wax seal is going to go on an envelope. And then I can use both of them because they're so cute. I don't want to choose between the two of them. And I really did want the bee to be the main star of the show here. And it is. So let's stick this on the inside. Whoa. Happy birthday. Okay. And then I'll quick grab an envelope and we can add this wax seal on early. So if I'm doing this early, I like the envelopes that have the peel and reveal stick, but I don't want my wax seal to get lost in the shuffle, if you will. So I like to just add liquid glue to it right now, and then when I seal my envelope, I might put a little more glue on there on the other side, but it doesn't have to be complicated to kind of have that wow factor. So there it is, made with love. It's all ready to go. And I combined 3 clubs here. We have the stamp of the month, which is the bees, and the sentiment, the stitching, which is the bee, and all the flowers in the back, and the wax seal. So it's a win-win-win. I hope you love it, and let me know in the comments your thoughts. And if you have any questions or anything about stitching, let me know. I will be answering all of those questions in an upcoming video series. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and if you sticked around all the way to the end, make sure that you hit the like button before you go, and you subscribe so you don't miss any more videos from me in the future. We'll see you next time. Bye, Crafty friend.